We live.
What is up, everybody? It's Tuesday night, so you know what that means. You got some kings talking about some queens, the Queens Ransom League. I'm here with the commish, Scotty, fantasy football wish list. And Scotty made it through the first quarter of the year, and the Queens Ransom League is thriving. We got some competition. We got 4 teams that are 3-1 or better right now.
Yeah, dude. We got teams struggling that should be looking for trades, but then we got 2 queens wanting the crown, fighting with a 4-0 record and see who pulls away with it. But this is still competitive. Even with losing records, you still got those losing teams fighting for the playoff spots. So it's awesome. Nobody's running. You got the 4-0 teams, but it's still the first quarter, first third, or what is it? I don't know. It's first 4 games. You got plenty of games left. We got 10 games left.
Yeah.
But you got to make some moves. Time to make some moves.
Just like some of these teams have won 4 in a row, they can lose 4 in a row, and other teams can win 4 in a row. So no one's out of it yet. But it is a point in the season where you got to pivot one way or the other. Whether you're sticking with your team, you think you've been unlucky, and you're going to keep pushing forward with them and play the waiver, or it's time to make some trades. Harrison says he's done with football. A lot of people out there are having a rough fantasy football season to start. Scotty, how is yours going personally?
Harrison, you can see I'm usually bippity boppity, but right now I'm not bippity boppity. Allen Robinson's pissing me off. I hated to see Javonte out for the season. You got Hunter Renfrow. He might be dead. I don't know what happened. Keenan Allen, his leg fell off, and there's so many question marks, and me and Mikey were just talking about it. Terry McLaurin is missing in Washington's offense. Usually the bad teams like Washington get the garbage points, and he's not even getting that. So many upsetting things happening, and I'm just I got punched in the gut. I'm punched in the gut. My teams are sucking. I'm frustrated. Harrison 4-0 fan. I'm 4-0 fan. I'm not.
It's apparent that most of Harrison's frustrations is being a Carolina fan more so than being fantasy football struggles. But I'm with you. I think that this season has been a season that's leaning towards the people who get lucky in fantasy football and draft auto-drafted teams.
Yes, dead on, Mikey. You got it, dude. It's just, it's frustrating. All my people that I thought were going to be good can't even stay on the field health-wise, so.
And one more question, because I know you're a fantasy football expert, the wish list, right? It's a wish list of questions here. One more question. If things keep going the way they're going, I think Saquon is the RB1, and Nick Chubb is very close right behind him. And Joe Morley sent me a stat that I think Saquon's outside the top 10 of total fantasy scorers, or outside the top 15. It's kind of ugly for the running back position this year. Any strategy changes, if things continue like this going into next year, it already was kind of buzzing. This league is going away from one workhorse running back in backfields.
Right. If you're going by me, I've been doing this over 20 years. I know a lot of people are going towards be the safer pick with the wide receivers. You still got to go to workhorse running backs. You can't predict injuries. Me personally, I go running back depth because of this reason. And I'm still not I'm not doing well in my fantasy leagues right now. I mean, 2-2 is not good for me. I'm not liking that, but I have running back depth. I'm not looking for waiver wires for running backs. And for me, welcome to the 1 and 2. Yeah, I know, dude.
Panthers, Washington.
Yes, Washington's lucky they got the 1 win. Yeah. I hope we get a top 5 pick. But no, I'm a running back whore. I love it. I just grab those running backs. You're always going to be involved if you have running backs. I'm never going to be out of the playoff hunt, but I'm just not happy this year.
Yeah, and there's still good running backs out there that could turn on in the later parts of the season and down the stretch.
And waiver wire Tuesday, Algier is somebody to grab.
Oh, yeah. I've been all over my waiver wires, picking up my guys. Pretty excited to see how the rest of the year unfolds. Okay, we got the standings to the leagues pulled up here, guys. We do predictions for every matchup. We kind of go over each team, what they got set for the week, and who we think is going to win each week. But this week, we're also going to go over the standings since we are at a certain point in the season where things are starting to get a little bit more separate. And we can start seeing which teams are at the top, which are at the bottom. I don't mean to brag, but the person that I got down on one knee for, NFL Rose, in first place with a 4-0 record. I think that she has a great team,
Yeah,
and she drafted it on her own with the help of my little research sheet that I was giving out to my followers.
that's awesome.
And she's also gotten a little lucky.
Well,
Where the ball bounced her way, CeeDee Lamb drops the pass over the middle.
she is proving why she's Mike's better half, though. So
there you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, if you combine my fantasy football records of the 10 leagues I'm in with Rose's percent of win is a lot higher than mine this year. I'll tell you that right now. And also at 4-0, TDs and tight ends. I'm pretty sure this tiebreaker is points 4.
Yeah.
So,
and Ashley and Nicole, I mean, I got to give them props. And Mike, we might have to apologize. They were doing their draft, and I think even as early as their second or third pick, we questioned it as that draft show. And here they are, 4-0, basically giving us an uppercut to the chin, you know?
And then Team Rossi Takes and Steffi Smalls have the highest scoring teams in the league right now. Steffi Smalls is 2-2. Rossi Takes just suffered her first loss, I think, last week or the week before. So those two teams are putting up a ton of points. Steffi Smalls is a little unlucky there, as right now, by 0.2 points, the highest scoring team in the league. And then Lady Shot Caller, we knew she was going to be in the mix the second we saw her team.
Yes. Like I said, though, just like any fantasy league, don't take it personally. If you're 1-3, it doesn't mean you suck at fantasy football. This is the craziest year, honestly, I can remember. Mike's saying, like, Barkley's number one running back. After the top 3, you have no idea who's going to come on board and help you out.
Yeah, half this league is going to the playoffs. So 6 out of 12, right? So right here at this line where Stepmom Lauren is the cutoff. You go down to last where Pizza Planet's 0-4. They're 2 games out of making the playoffs. And a couple games away from winning the championship from there. So
yes. We're still 10 weeks away from the playoffs. It's like it's not giving up season yet, and it's still up for grabs.
Well, maybe time to make some moves. Get some
if I
start firing them up.
If I'm 2-2 or less, I'm looking around the league and I'm swapping things up, changing things up. Is that a game that was won by right off the oh my God, that hurts. That's how she got her first loss.
Yeah, that's how she got her first loss, by this little
margin.
Lady Shot Caller won pretty comfortably. Stepmom Lauren with the highest scoring, one of the highest scoring teams. NFL Rose team went off, dropped 140. This was a close one as well. Kiki only a couple points from 2-2 and in the playoffs. That's the way it goes in fantasy football, though.
And that hurts because I'm looking at my wife's team with the 78 points. She got stuck with Jonathan Taylor getting 1 point, Schultz getting 0 points, James Robinson with 2 points, John Palmer 3 points, Drake London 3 points. She got hit hard. She got hit hard this week, and that's not normal. It's not normal. She got the, shake it off, Jen. Go next week. It happens.
It happens. All right, on to week 5.
Let's do it.
First matchup. We got 3-1 versus 3-1. This should be a good one. Lady Shot Caller versus Rossi Takes here. Let's look at the quarterbacks first. And there's already a clear edge here, I think, to the right side with Josh Allen. The projection has Josh winning by 6 points here over Russ. Russ playing on a short week, a little banged up. Any love for Russell Wilson? I'm surprised he's still in the lineups.
That's another thing. Didn't you think Russell Wilson was going to be good?
That's true.
You got to go with Josh Allen. I love Josh Allen. The guy is a man beast. He could be your number 1 running back if you want him to be. Guy's ridiculous. Got to go Josh Allen over Russell Wilson here on the short week.
I'm with you 100%. And Pittsburgh's defense is not as dominant without T.J. Watt. I think Josh Allen's going to do just fine against them. But what would you think about this situation? Because this would be a tough decision for me, especially as a Chargers fan. Hating both these guys. We're hating both these guys as teams. Derek Carr on the bench here. Yes, it's Kansas City, but that could mean garbage time points galore in that passing game. If Devontae Adams and all them are still on the field,
Renfro might come back. I would definitely put Carr in, and especially it's on Monday night too. He gives you that extra little bump.
It's kind of the reverse, right? The Monday night game helps you a little. Thursday night game hurts you a little. Especially
Yes,
lady shot caller.
I would. Come on, shot caller, listen to us. I've been wrong all year. Listen to me.
Down to the running backs here. Saquon Barkley, Najee Harris. Where the hell's Najee Harris been? Was a second-round pick in most drafts. But Saquon, the opposite. Second-round pick, and he's going nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm in a keeper league. I picked Najee first round. There you go.
There you go.
This has been. I'm sweating bullets. I'm sorry. I'm going to complain all friggin' show. No, Saquon Barkley is going to carry this running back core. Najee Harris is going to be quiet again. It's Josh Jacobs and Hunt versus Barkley.
It's pretty good matchup, honestly. Those two versus Barkley is a pretty good.
Yeah.
No, Josh Jacobs just went nuts, and I've been saying this to Raiders fans forever that like one of your best players is Josh Jacobs. You just don't know. You just don't know. You don't realize it until
he's so underrated.
He is.
He has 5 yards per carry, 3.6, 5 yards a carry, 5 yards a carry. The guy does his job, and he catches a lot of the backfield.
Yeah, they really don't. They don't need anyone else there, but they didn't pick up his fifth-year option. Freaking Raiders. Anyways, I'm leaning Barkley and Harris still.
Have to.
Harris obviously is still going to get the touches. He's probably going to have great games this year, but he went from what people thought was going to be maybe a league winner to barely like an RB2 so far this year.
Yeah, and you know what? Maybe you could sell Harris's name in a trade.
He is someone that I've been looking at buying low just because of volume. Just because of volume. I know as the year goes on, defenses get banged up, and now all of a sudden he starts to find some space.
Volume. Don't expect 100 yards. I'll take the 60 yards and 3 catches.
Yeah. Maybe he gets a touchdown in there some weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Put him in the flex. So anyways, down to the receivers here, and you probably go the other way if Amon-Ra is going to be playing this week. You got Devontae Adams, Amon-Ra St. Brown versus Cortland Sutton and Christian Kirk. Big fans of Cortland Sutton and Christian Kirk this year and their outlook for the rest of the year.
Oh, yes.
And Amon-Ra St. Brown, maybe top 5 receivers too.
Yes. I mean, Devontae Adams is actually upsetting people too after his first week of 14 million targets. He had the 17 targets. He did have a 100-yard game last week.
Scotty, that's those greedy fans that drafted Devontae Adams and Nick Chubb, and they're not satisfied with Nick Chubb's output. They want Devontae Adams to also score 30 points every week. He's going to be good. The rest of the year, he's going to be good.
Oh, yeah.
Even on bad teams, he's putting touchdowns up at least.
Yeah, Adams and St. Brown. St. Brown's definitely going to be back this week, I assume?
I think so. I think he was close to being able to play this week, but not 100%.
What a great player he turned out to be.
Yeah, and I think he's only going to get better as he grows and becomes more experienced because right now he's doing it off a lot of talent, and he's going to start to put it together between the ear holes too. He's a very intelligent guy, intelligent player if you watch any of his interviews.
I like Detroit.
Yeah, I think they're going in the right direction. They're probably going to eventually move on from Jared Goff, but really you don't know if Jared Goff is the guy because he's putting it up on offense. He's running up scores, but the defense is so bad that it doesn't matter if he runs up the score. They just lose. Anyways, they just gave up 48. They just gave up a 50 burger to Gino.
Go back the over. Go back the over.
I'm going with the receivers on the right side. Down to tight end, we got a great tight end matchup. Darren Waller versus Travis Kelce. Waller's been healthy so far this year, not consistently getting as much attention as he has in previous years. They got Devontae Adams out wide now versus Travis Kelce, who's the Chiefs' number 1. And here's the thing that's pissing me off about Travis Kelce. I thought the Chiefs were going to take a step back. And I have Travis Kelce, so I'm not super bummed about this. I'm bummed about it for my Chargers fandom. I had them taking a step back because I figured teams can double this guy finally without having to worry about Tyreek Hill out wide. They're doubling him, and he's destroying double teams. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
It doesn't matter.
Yep. That tells you how good is he. Now, I have a question for you right on the spot, Mikey. Kelce or Gronkowski?
All time? You got to go Gronkowski. But if Kelce contributes at the level he's contributing to a couple more Super Bowl teams, then he's in the
now. So you're giving the Super Bowls the extra credit for Gronk?
Yeah, of course.
Stat for stat. Player versus player.
Player versus player, they're very similar.
Yeah.
If Kelsey was just given a Gronkowski nickname, he might be higher.
He just has to spike the ball harder.
Yeah, he has to spike the ball more. Because I'm starting to think about it, I'm like, we could say Gronk's way better in the yak, but can we? This guy's a freaking beast, dude.
He is, dude.
He's a beast. Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy Kelsey's staying healthy too. He's a player you want to stay healthy and just perform.
Yeah, and the volume's going up.
Mm-hmm.
This point in his career, to see what he's doing, I mean, he already was a first ballot Hall of Famer, but now he's in conversation as maybe the best tight end ever.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm going with Travis Kelce in this match.
Yes. If we were talking about Hall of Fame, yes, he's still playing at Hall of Fame level.
Waller gets 2 touchdowns. Kelce still beats him.
This is a big game Monday night. They're going to pay a lot of attention on the Monday night game.
It's true. This whole entire matchup's on Monday night. Then we got Breece Hall facing off against the Miami defense, going against Amari Cooper in the flex. What did Breece do last week? I didn't even check.
What's he do?
He's starting to flatline
up, and this is a guy I am eyeing in every league. I want Breece Hall on my team in every league now. The Jets found out, all right, no, Michael Carter's good. This guy's better. They're giving him the ball. His percentage of play time is going up. He's performing.
I'm telling you, man, football managers out there, if the team that has Breece Hall is struggling, the team that has Dameon Pierce is struggling, and your team is good, trade some depth, give it a call. Get these guys in your roster. I'm with you, Scotty. I think they're both.
Breece Hall and Pierce. I told Jen to go after you guys came after Keenan. I said, look for a running back. And she goes, who's Pierce on Houston? Is he getting his playing time? I said, oh, that's a guy you should go for.
Yeah, these 2 rookie backs are definitely standing out against the other rookies.
I agree.
And all the backs, honestly. Against Amari Cooper, who's been great himself. Not great last week.
Not great last week, but I tell you, those 2 100-yard games threw me off because I'm not an Amari Cooper fan, but I'm like, oh, he's coming back. And if you could hold on to Amari, he's another one in the trade business.
Yeah.
If you're doing well and have Amari Cooper, hold on to him because when Watson comes, he's going to be ridiculous. But if you're struggling, you try to get rid of an Amari Cooper now. Try to get something that can help you now.
Probably should have done it last week because he's going to get clamped up this week, I heard.
Yeah. He's going to get the Chargers. My God, Mikey.
Kickers and the defenses here. Hey, man, we got J.C. Jackson, Asante Samuel Jr. We ain't too shabby of a secondary. And Derwin James, all right?
Does Washington still have Champ Bailey? I wish we did.
You guys got William Jackson, right?
Yeah, that guy. God damn it. We have a bunch of clowns. That's what we have.
Anyways, we'll
bunch of clowns.
Anyways, scrolling back up here, taking a brief look again. Which side?
It's an even matchup, man. I'm going with Shaw Collar when she puts Carr in the lineup.
Okay. I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to go with Rossi Takes. I think she's got an edge here at quarterback. I got to say that the Raiders saw what Josh Jacobs did, and they feed him again. I don't think he's going to outscore Saquon again. I don't think he's going to maybe not even – he's probably going to outscore Najee. But then the receiver, tight end, I'm going with Rossi.
That's a huge Monday night game. All right, I'm going Amber. You going Rossi. I like that, though. I like when we separate a little bit.
Let's see it. All right, next matchup here. Team dresses salted pretzels at 1-3 going against 2-2, the highest scoring team in the league. Steffi Smalls' team. I think Jalen Hurts probably has something to do with it. We got Jalen Hurts versus Matthew Stafford in a game that Sleeper is projecting is going to be a 3-point game here. What are you thinking here with quarterbacks? Matthew Stafford has been struggling. You might want to look on the bench here.
Oh, yeah.
Never mind.
That sucks.
Jet,
trade one of your quarterbacks. And
Jared Goff still a free agent in this league?
No, I think Jen has Goff.
Yeah, I would hold on to him.
Matthew Stafford sucks this year. Jalen Hurts is going to blow him out of the water in this game, especially versus Arizona.
And I think Dallas's defense is really good. I think they're starting to separate a little bit. That they're really good defense.
They're very good. And you know what's frustrating? Again, I'm sorry. You talk about your team. I'm going to talk about my team, Mikey. Giants defense is underrated. They're good. Dallas defense is good. Philly's defense is good. Washington's defense can be good. I don't know why they're not. It's very frustrating. That division could have a ridiculous defensive core, but Jalen Hurts is going to run around Arizona, and like you said, I agree with you. Dallas's defense is very good, and Parsons is going to get after Stafford.
Yeah, it's going to be a close game, I think. It's going to surprise some people how close that Rams versus Cooper Rush game is going to be. But I know what it is, Scotty, the defensive problem. You don't have 99 out there.
That hurts. That does hurt. That definitely, you're not getting him double teamed and opening up things for the other defensive linemen.
I'm so sad for him because this is like the most important years of his development as an edge rusher is to really do what Micah Parsons is doing right now, is what Chase Young should also be doing.
He's a game changer.
He is. I'm a big fan of his game. Hopefully he can get out there again soon and healthy. But I'm going with Jalen Hurts also here in this matchup. Jalen Hurts having a phenomenal season. Borderline MVP season, dare I say it to the Eagles fans. Don't want to hype them up too much. Then we go down to the running backs here, and these are two teams that you see focused on wide receivers. We got Ezekiel Elliott, Miles Sanders versus Darrell Henderson, Travis Etienne Jr. I think I know which way I'm going with this one, Scotty. Which way you leaning? It's not the biggest running back battle of the week, I don't think.
No, but I am leaning to the NFC East.
Me too.
I'm going with Zeke and Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders just had a monster game. I think a career game, right? Yeah, career game last week. So hopefully you can keep it going for Philly. And then just Henderson and Etienne, especially Etienne, it's been a little disappointing, honestly. And Cam Akers is starting to find his mojo. You might want to put someone else in here.
Yeah, garbage. Like what happened? James Cook is droppable.
Yeah. They made it seem like Jacksonville did that Etienne was going to be their little version of Debo.
Yeah, if you ladies are listening, I would definitely look into picking up Algier from the Atlanta Falcons, running back. And there was another one we mentioned, Mike.
Whoever is going to take the reps for the Broncos, you got to watch the news because Latavius, Mike Boone, or if they want to lose, Melvin Gordon. It's gonna be one of those three.
I would lean towards Latavius Murray. I'm not scared of Mike Boone.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that Melvin Gordon's the best running back of the three. I just want to be clear.
Oh yes.
His fumbling problems.
I wouldn't go after Denver's back. I wouldn't go after those junk after Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon's backfield.
Get it together, Melvin. I mean, don't get it together, actually. Keep messing it up. On to the receivers. We're going with NFC East or team dresses and salted pretzels running backs. Now we do have the hottest wide receiver matchup of the weekend, probably. Cooper Kupp, Deebo Samuel, NFC West, versus Jamar Chase and Stephon Diggs, both AFC top receivers, maybe. How do you pick this one? Matchups? Dallas and Carolina and Baltimore and Pitt, not great matchups either for any of these guys.
Not great matchups. I'm going with Deebo Samuel and Kupp. They've just been the more consistent. Diggs has been on fire, but Higgins is getting a lot of play in Cincinnati. Diggs, I go to Diggs real quick. I think he had he came back to reality the last 2 weeks. Diggs.
Yeah, and I think that old Kupp.
Are you ignoring me, Mikey? Mikey's ignoring me. He's not going to Diggs. I want to see Diggs' stats. Go to Diggs.
Oh, sorry.
Jesus. Yeah, he's in reality. He came back to reality. He had 70 yards, 60 yards. If they want a chance, they need Diggs to have one of those first 2 weeks again. Versus these guys, Deebo and Kupp, I'm leaning towards Deebo and Kupp.
I'm leaning that way too. What I was about to say, I was just trying to figure out how to say it in my brain when you were asking for Diggs' stat line, was that Cooper Kupp and Deebo Samuel, and I think that Jamar and Stephon Diggs are the wide receiver ones in those offenses. But I'm starting to notice that I think Cooper Kupp and Deebo Samuel are the player ones on their offenses, the best player on their offenses.
Yes, I agree. 1,000%, man.
And the offenses obviously have realized that, and they are feeding both of them.
Yes.
So we're running backs and receivers on the left side, but quarterback on the right side. Let's go to tight end here. Kyle Pitts, how did he do last week? I didn't really check in on him. And
oh, my God.
This guy.
Add him to the list of guys pissing you off this year. Like, what's going on? This year's been absolutely stupid. I don't like it.
I don't cry very often, but I'm tearing up right now.
I
Seeing
don't like this at all. He is so talented. He's so stupid talented. I don't. What are we doing?
this should be a blowout, but for
Oh
some
my
reason,
god!
Mike Gesicki scored more
No,
than him with a 4-point game.
his 4-point game. Like, do it. Holy shit,
Good
sugar.
buddy. Kyle Pitts. Oh, it's Kyle Pitts, Marcus.
I'm sticking to the left side. I'm going Gesicki. Screw it.
I guarantee if they put Desmond Ridder in that damn game, he's going to throw 10 jump balls to Kyle Pitts in his first game.
And I'm kind of doing the opposite here because I'm hoping Kyle Pitts does break out because he's a guy you want to just see light up the scoreboard. He's so absolutely talented. But I'm going Gesicki.
You know, it'd be a lot of fun if Lamar does leave.
Oh.
Calvin
and he
Ridley.
goes to Washington. That would be amazing. And he goes, nobody wants to come to Washington.
He's got Calvin Ridley, Drake London. Get him out there.
Yeah.
Anyways, onto the flex spot here. Adam Thielen versus Marquise Brown. Marquise Brown just finds a way to stick around, huh? He's having a great year.
He is having a great year. He looks like he has a mugshot right there. Like literally he's behind bars, but no, he's having an awesome year. I'm curious when DeAndre Hopkins comes back, what that's going to look like.
Look at these targets.
Yeah, ridiculous targets.
I did not even expect him to get that many targets, and I expect him to start off hot before D-Hop gets back. D-Hop comes back in 2 weeks? Week 7?
I think week 7. Yeah, he's out the first 6 weeks.
I got him stashed in 2 leagues. And then
Thielen's good.
We got a Chicago and a Philadelphia matchup, 2 good defenses.
Red
I'll go with Marquise Brown.
I'm sticking with the left side. Screw it. I don't know. I'm going left side. You're going right side. I feel like remember the Titans.
I'm really hoping. I'm sorry. I'm rooting for the Eagles this year, but I'm really hoping that the Eagles come out and they show that they're legit against the Cardinals. But I had like this sneaky thing in the back of my head that Arizona is coming into this thing fired up and motivated. Their defense is playing better. Kyler cooked against the Panthers other than that 1 pick 6 he threw. So I think that's going to be a really good game. And I think Marquise Brown is going to need to be good for them to have a chance. So I'll go him. You said Marquise Brown also?
No, I'm going Thielen.
Yeah, it could go either way, honestly. And then there's the kickers and the defenses. Overall, I think I'm going to go with team dresses and salted pretzels. I honestly, if you guys are tuned into this and you guys are watching this, I would look at quarterbacks.
Yes.
Not necessarily cut Stafford, maybe be patient, but maybe cut Dak and get someone else in there. Or throw away, Rojo and get another quarterback.
Mikey, who does Seattle play? Is Geno Smith available?
They're playing.
Geno Smith. Another guy I'm wrong on. I'm like, don't pick up Geno Smith. He sucks. The guy's throwing 50 points. I'm like, what's going on? That's the year we're having. Geno Smith is a top 5 fantasy quarterback.
Nah, I mean, I'm in 2 32-man leagues. They're like followers leagues with super deep leagues, right? You got to have a starting quarterback or you basically don't play. And the second I saw Geno Smith in warm-ups of the first game against the Broncos, I was like, I just feel something. I went and got him immediately. Sent in trades. They seemed like they were completely winning, and now I got Geno Smith in this 32-man league with a bunch of depth pieces that were great in the trade, and it's working out.
It's awesome.
Yeah, look at Geno Smith. I forgot who the Hawks are playing. I don't remember if it was a favorable matchup for them or not. I'm seeing if there's any.
I don't think they're ever gonna have a favorable.
New Orleans.
Oh shit.
Banged up right now, so I don't know how that game's gonna go for Seattle.
So I'm going team dresses and salted pretzels.
Yeah, I was also going with them. Look at the quarterback position. If you got to rock with Staffy versus Dallas, then you got to. But overall, the running backs and the receivers should get this team the victory this week.
Or put Dak on the IR and pick up a quarterback. Come on.
I'm thinking, something like that. Just a 1-week rental, and then you can look at where you're at in a couple weeks when Dak's healthy again.
Yes, Cooper Rush. Maybe Cooper Rush is available.
That's a good idea. I think that Dak's going to come back strong. The offense looks really good around Cooper Rush, and Dak's just a little better than that.
Let's do it.
On to this one. We got the 4-0 NFL Rose against Team Stepmom Lauren, whose team is really good in my opinion. Each week, I think I might have been picking Stepmom Lauren to win. 2-2. The projection is 1 point leading Team Stepmom Lauren. We got Joe Burrow versus Jay Herbo. Justin Herbert playing against the Cleveland Browns with no left tackle, Myles Garrett. That's so much fun to see when your quarterback has banged up ribs. Joe Burrow's got Baltimore, which is a division rival. Really good game. Going to be a great Sunday night football game. You leaning either way here? Joe Burrow woke up last week and the week before.
Yes, Joe Burrow did wake up, but I am still going with Herbert. They got to play smart. They got to help out the left tackle. Herbert will get the ball out quick. So he gets the ball out quick. I'm going Herbert.
Yeah, and last time Herbert played against the Cleveland Browns, he had 400 yards and 5 touchdowns. No big deal. Just saying, just throwing it out there. It was last year in a 47-42 victory. And it's crazy to think that, like, these are down-to-earth games for Herbert. This 27-39, 340, and 2 touchdowns is like a normal game for Justin Herbert at this point. He's a fantasy football monster at quarterback. Down to the running backs here, and I think Rose has a clear advantage at running back. Rashad Penny obviously just had an amazing day in that crazy game with Detroit last week. J.K. Dobbins looks like he's back. I'm excited for that.
Yes.
DeAndre Swift, if healthy. If not, I think it's Jamal Williams again, who did decent. And Nick Chubb, who is – him and Saquon are kind of running away with the lead.
Yeah. Him and Saquon are the guys at running back. Swift, I think, I'm a Swift owner, of course, hurt. Swift, I think, he's going to be back after the bye. So Jamal Williams is just as good. I mean, he's going to put up numbers.
It would be Jamal Williams, it looks like. It
would be Jamal Williams. So Jamal Williams up there. Oh, you got Damian Pierce, who should get traded to Jen, if you want to let your wife know. We have Keenan Allen. But no big deal. No, I don't know. I don't think it's a clear-cut shot. Rose runs away with this because does Chubb come back to reality at any moment?
Yeah, it is against the Chargers defense, though. Keep in mind who – you want to go see what Damian Pierce did last week against us?
Yeah, he ripped shit up, didn't he? Shit, 9 yards a carry. Wow.
Although he did bust a 75-yard touchdown, 14 touches, 131 yards, and a tub.
He's good.
Down, and Nick Chubb has a better O-line, a better run game, but there is Hunt there to take away from Chubb a little.
Rose gets it slightly because I don't believe in Penny.
Yeah, because this is really Jamal Williams. This is not DeAndre Swift here. All right, on to the wide receivers where I think you go the other way here a little bit. But T. Higgins versus Justin Jefferson, Terry McLaurin versus Mike Pittman.
You got to go left. Terry McLaurin is the perfect player you want on your real football team, not on your fantasy team this year. He's the perfect example of difference between real football, fantasy football.
And I keep waiting for this explosion game. I think he's going to have a 2-touchdown, 100-yard game one of these weeks. I don't know what week it's going to be.
That third week gave you that. Well, he had 75 yards, 102 yards. He was beating.
I was cool with this. I was cool with this. I was cool with this. I started seeing 8 targets, 9 targets, and I'm like, all right, it's coming. This big game's coming. And then this.
And Jahan Dotson is out this week with a hamstring injury, so McLaurin should get more targets.
We shall see how that goes. But I'm leaning JJ and Pittman. JJ is probably getting a little frustrated with the last couple games, or he was getting frustrated. Other than that,
he was
getting frustrated with the games. I didn't realize he had this crazy of a game in London. I thought he had just like a kind of normal game.
Decent. Because no, he didn't explode with anything. It was just like, oh, he caught one on the sideline. Oh, he caught one on the sideline. Oh, he had 147 yards. Holy shit.
That's kind of like game this last week where Surtain was actually good plays on him, but then you look at the stat line, it's like this guy actually just got 20 targets again. So receivers on the left, running back slightly on the right. Then we got tight end here, Zach Ertz. I said it in the beginning of the year, Scotty. I like to slam dunk this one. Got more time. Ertz got to stay healthy, obviously. I said Zach Ertz will be a top 5 tight end one more time this year. And right now, I think he's in 4th. He's in 4th in PPR.
Yeah, he's doing good, man.
Let's see what Goddard's doing. Goddard's doing good, I think, too. Yeah, Goddard's having a solid year.
Mm-hmm.
He's tight end 8 right now. We got Arizona and Philly, which revenge game for Zach Ertz.
It's going back and forth. Oh, yes, they're buddies. The buddies battling out. I'll go with you, buddy. I'll go with Ertz. I'll support. I'll support Mike on the mic. Definitely. I'll go Ertz.
Me and Tubby, so that way that my Ertz train continues to choo-choo along.
Yes.
But then Gabe Davis versus Damian Pierce.
Well, Damian Pierce is going to be on my wife's team with Terry McLaurin after this week, I think. But no, Damian Pierce over Gabe Davis.
I mean, it could happen. I don't know. I'm just an advisor for this team. I'm not a...
I hope my wife could hear me. You want Damian Pierce? She's not even here.
Then we got.
Are you?
Which way you going here? Team Stepmom Lauren or Team NFL Rose? I think that this is going to be a close one.
I'm saying NFL Rose takes her first loss this week.
I'm going to keep riding.
You have to, Mike. Mike, you don't say anything wrong right now. You're taking your wife, right? You're taking your wife's team, right, Mike?
I'm going to keep riding with Rose, yes.
Yes. You don't want to sleep on the couch, Mike. You don't want to sleep on the couch.
I'm 4-0 in the pick'ems on her games.
How comfortable is your couch, Mike?
Not very comfortable. The dog barely put the on it. But, all right, on to the next matchup here where we got Jen featured against Team Pizza Planet, searching for that first victory. Jen's 2-2. Right now, Pizza Planet is projected to win, but let's look at these rosters. Maybe there's some things to be moved around still. Lamar Jackson versus Jared Goff. Jared Goff, garbage time king. Jared Goff putting up 45 freaking points for the Lions offense last week.
Unbelievable.
Jared Goff probably not going to outscore Lamar Jackson,
though.
No. Against the Patriots, too. Lamar had a coming to earth game last week, but if you look before that, if he's going to be consistent this year, what he was doing, I don't think that Team Pizza Planet has much to worry about. Actually, at 0-4, Team Pizza Planet, maybe make a deal with somebody. Maybe Damian Pierce will be on Team Pizza Planet by the end of the week.
Possibly.
Yeah, they just Mark Jackson with those guys.
They just lost Javonte Williams. I'm curious who they're back. Probably have Melvin Gordon.
It is true. So, yeah, we have Jonathan Taylor, J-Rob versus Christian McCaffrey, Javonte, otherwise known as
they got Dillon.
A.J. Dillon, who's been a little shaky this year, just hasn't seen the touches that you want to see for him in Green Bay. This is tough because Jonathan Taylor also playing on a short week with a little bit of an ankle injury. Christian McCaffrey.
Who's Jen?
I'm probably going J-Rob and J-Tay to not have a back-to-back stinker week.
Yes, I'm hoping Jonathan Taylor is healthy for Jen's sake.
You don't got options either, unless Algier is an option to throw in here.
Yeah, and they're going against Tampa Bay, so that's tough. But yeah, I see her with Jonathan Taylor and James Robinson versus McCaffrey and Dillon. McCaffrey going against San Francisco. I'm leaning towards Jen. Yeah,
that's tough. San Francisco's defense is stellar. And they found a second linebacker. And I'm frightened. That they're just going to carry Jimmy G again. I don't want to see that because I'm tired of Jimmy G truthers, all right?
Yeah, Jimmy G just wins. I don't get it.
They're going to carry his ass. That's what's going to happen.
Go on.
Defense gave up 3 tubbies in a 30-point fantasy performance to Austin Eckler. J-Rob's going to do it also.
I hope so.
We scroll down here, and we got Keenan Allen versus Mike Williams, or should I say Keenan Allen substitute. Walmart Keenan Allen versus Mike Williams.
So Keenan Allen versus Mike Williams. Mike Williams is better than Keenan when Keenan is out of the lineup. So hopefully Keenan Allen plays.
A-Rob versus Drake London. Drake London having a good start to his rookie career. Not the best game last week. Facing Ward probably in primary coverage. Got Tampa this week. Another tough matchup. I still think I would go Drake London because A-Rob has basically disappeared.
I just did a post about him on Instagram today. He is garbage. He is garbage, and it doesn't help that Matthew Stafford, he's the Tin Man. You got to go Drake London over Allen Robinson all day.
And then Mike Williams over Keenan Allen. So which two would you rather have?
No, I would take Keenan Allen in London. Keenan Allen has to be playing this week, right? I'm assuming he was supposed to play last week.
I wouldn't say has to be.
Shit. Who's the wide receivers that Jen has?
See down.
Fucking Renfro. Is he alive?
He
Dude. Jen's getting. Look at Jen's injuries. Montgomery, Keenan Allen, and then Renfro.
That's 3 starters potentially. Or when she drafted them, she looked at them as starters. Keenan Allen could come back. Just keep an eye on the news. He was on track to come back last week, and then there was a setback. So I'm a little scared as a Chargers fan. But yeah. So that means that he was running a route, and he probably felt something and said, "I can't come back this week."
Alrighty.
So yeah, hold on to your britches, Keenan Allen owners. You might be in for a ride here, and you can't really trade him because unless you're trading with a Chargers fan like NFL Rose.
Yeah, bro. Keenan Allen
or Damian Pierce is going to be here in the flex, right? We got Cole Kmet versus Dalton Schultz at tight end.
Dalton Schultz is garbage. Cole Kmet's garbage. This is a bunch of losers. Who's the back tight ends on these teams?
I drafted so much of these 2 tight ends, and they just have failed me.
I thought they were both going to be good. They both suck. No one is on
Tyler Conklin.
All right. Conklin's not doing bad.
Put him in. Sit down.
Jen, put Conklin in. Are you home?
Over Kmet. I don't know what world we'd be talking about Conklin over Kmet, but Conklin over Kmet.
Jesus Lord.
Down to the flex, where we have Leonard Fournette versus Antonio Gibson. And Gibson's already great.
I gotta go Fournette.
You gotta go Fournette. Yeah, Fournette's still doing solid. Still getting all the touches in that backfield until Rachaad White stops fumbling. And then the kickers and the defenses, which might matter in this matchup, honestly. We don't know yet. Justin Tucker, Ryan Suckup, Dallas, and Cleveland. Oof, you're going to want to get that defense out the lineup. Or maybe I shouldn't say anything for Jen's sake.
Come on, Mike. Come on. I slipped you a 20 before. You want more?
Playing a pretty good quarterback this week, I heard. Which way you leaning here, Scotty? Good luck.
Jen's winning this. Jen's going 3-2.
This is going to be a 75-70 final in favor of Jen because of Jonathan Taylor and J-Rock's 40 points that they combined for.
I think Jen's garbage is better than the other garbage on the other side. That's a tough matchup.
We already went over this one, right?
Yes, we went over them. Wait. No, we're on a different week.
I messed up. I was confused there for a second.
Where are we? Okay, now we're at Kiki and Schmoopy.
Kiki, Schmoopy, going at it this week. 1-3, 1-3. Something's got to give. We got Aaron Rodgers versus Kyler Murray in the first matchup. And like I said, Scotty, I got a sneaky feeling that Kyler has a big game. Aaron Rodgers playing in London doesn't usually do very well for the offenses. I'm going with Kyler.
Yeah, I'll go Kyler too. Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady both don't look like they want to play anymore. So I'm going Kyler Murray.
Yeah, that's.
Am I right? Those 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks, they both dragged it out, came back, and both look like, fuck, we made a wrong decision. We should have stayed home.
Stayed home or gone somewhere else, one of the 2. They're kind of like they're on a sinking ship right now. Both of them are, and they're the captains, and they're sinking with it. But we got Dalvin Cook and Michael Carter versus Derrick Henry and Devin Singletary in the running back matchup. And this is interesting. Derrick Henry's coming alive again, though, so I think I would like to have Derrick Henry this week.
Versus Washington. Yes. Yes, I'd want Derrick Henry too. Yes.
In my preview, I says Derrick Henry versus the Washington Commanders.
Chase Young come back this week. I want Chase Young back this week. No, Derrick Henry and Singletary over Cook and Carter.
I'm going with that one as well. Down to the receiver.
Yes, and if you came late, I'm saying Singletary over Carter too. Breece Hall, go after Breece Hall. He's the guy to get. Get him now before you can.
Go get him. Tyreek, A.J. Brown, DJ Moore, Brandon Cooks, Tyreek making his case.
Yeah, he is. I
maybe
didn't think
the best, if not top 3, top 5 receiver in the NFL right now.
Yes.
His production was going to go down with this move to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Teddy Bridgewater's in at quarterback now. It's going up. And I think that Miami's game plan and the way they're going to succeed with Teddy Bridgewater is yak yardage from Tyreek Hill.
I agree.
They're playing the Jets too. So he's going to get Sauce Gardner his first chance at guarding a damn cheetah, a literal one. And A.J. Brown has just been so consistent so consistent this year. I'm going with the receivers on the left.
1,000%. Not close.
And then tight end, going back to the right here. We got Pat Freiermuth versus Mark Andrews.
My neck is hurting me, Mike. My neck's hurting me. You got to go Mark Andrews. That guy is just legit.
A. Jones versus Cam Akers here. Cam Akers is starting to get a little bit more, at least, action.
He what? No, and I agree with you. I don't know what that yesterday. You can't go by yesterday, but the previous 2 weeks they're starting to get Akers going, and he actually looks good. But once he gets his 15 to 20, he needs to rumble, man. He needs to start rumbling. Get him the ball. Stop. Henderson's becoming the Taysom Hill of the Rams. Get off the field, buddy.
Hell, he's just taking.
I gotta go with Jones here, though.
I'm with Jones as well. I think that it's a safe bet that A. Jones can outscore. And we got Cade York of the Chargers defense versus the Bills defense and kicker Matt Gay.
It is. Right.
I'm going to go Team Kiki on this one.
Yes.
Kiki,
I think the Kyler, the Henry, she's got to hold off Tyreek Hill and A.J. Brown.
That's really it. If those two guys can carry, maybe there's a chance that it goes the other way, or maybe somehow the Commanders slow down Derrick Henry.
Well, NFL Rose is hoping that team TDs and tight ends slow down because they're fighting to see who could be 5-0.
They're racing to see who's going to be the only 5-0 team in this league potentially. Rose obviously has a tough matchup this week with Team Stepmom Lauren, and another tough matchup because the fantasy football queen is 1-3. She's 1-3 by that 2-point loss a couple weeks ago. She could be a 2-2 team, one of the higher scoring teams in the league.
Fantasy football queen lost 2 weeks in a row by a very small margin. She's getting hit with the unlucky stick this season so far.
Maybe stick with your team. Other than maybe the quarterback position. We got Tom Brady versus Patrick Mahomes. And this is the only time I ever said in my life that maybe think about benching Tom Brady.
Versus Atlanta?
Maybe not. He had a better game too. Maybe not. Maybe stick with Tom Brady.
And again, Mike, I think the news came out. Well, I mean, it's been that way. And him and Giselle are getting.
That's bad.
He's a human being.
One, he's losing his supermodel wife, who still looks like a supermodel, probably into her 50s, into her 60s, for however long she wants to, right?
Yes.
And two, she is going to take a lot of his money.
Yes, she has a ton of money, and she's going to take a lot of his money too. But let me say, as beautiful as she is as a model, not as pretty as the ladies we have in this league.
Oh, obviously not. I mean, she should be in the league. If she wants to be a queen, be in the league.
She'll be number 13, but whatever.
Yeah.
If she wants to join the league next year, she could join the league.
Yeah, this is an extension. This is an invite.
Hey, Giselle, if you're listening.
You can stick it to Brady by drafting all the Patriots, drafting all of his enemies.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I'm going to go Patrick Mahomes against the Las Vegas Raiders in this one, scoring 50 freaking fantasy points or something.
Yes.
I hate this guy.
That play, I don't even have to tell you where he spun, rolling out, flipped it. Hilaire somehow is getting fantasy points. The play was it was like a backyard football game. Yeah, exactly. Can you hear me?
I hate him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, down to the running backs here. Someone that I like, Austin Eckler and CEH going against Joe Mixon and James Conner. This is a good matchup. Joe Mix had 17 points last week. It's a solid day for Joe Mix. James Conner went for 10 last week. He's not. A lot of people who were predicting James Conner to take a step back because of the touchdowns, they were right. Yeah. Eckler obviously woke up a little bit last week, put his first 30-point game on the board, which he was doing consistently last year. And CEH had a great game last week. So you got 4 running backs that are good. I'm probably leaning Eckler and CEH, especially with the PPR upside with those two. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I got to go Eckler and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I'm not a big Connor fan. I like Mixon. I do like Mixon, but I would look to trade Connor. Look to trade Connor, see if anybody wants Connor. Connor straight up for Breece Hall.
Maybe someone will want to get in on that action. A little buy low.
Oh, yeah. I love Breece Hall.
Breece Hall season, baby.
It is.
But here we go. Wide receivers. Deontay and Curtis Samuel versus one of the three Batmans in Philly, Devonta Smith and Brendan Ayuk. Brendan Ayuk has been coming alive this season. Not crazy fantasy numbers, but you could tell the 49ers offense is enjoying his step up from what he's done the last couple of years. Devonta, I should say, coming down to earth here in a 5-point game against Jacksonville. Curtis, 7. Like all these guys had a rough week last week.
Yes. And hear me out. You ready?
I'm ready.
Washington beats Tennessee, and Curtis Samuel has 2 touchdowns. 1 rushing, 1 receiving.
I'm on board with the 2 touchdowns for Curtis Samuel. I picked him up in one of those 32-man leagues I was talking about. I need him to do it. But don't think Washington's going to win, Scotty.
I think they could beat the Titans.
They can. The Titans aren't some all-world team. I'm going to go with Curtis Samuel and Deontay Johnson.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Yes.
Close one. TJ Hawkinson.
Woke up. What the hell happened? Cut your hair, dude. Cut your hair.
Years and years and years of calling for shit like this. He does it all in one game. I bet you that he will have more freaking fantasy points in that one game than he will have in the next 3 weeks combined.
Oh, easy. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
I'm going with Jordan.
We're going Kittle. And with that said, we're going Kittle.
Kittle's not even doing that great either. I thought Jimmy G coming back was going to boost George Kittle.
Yeah.
It's not really been the case yet. Maybe it'll change once they start to lock in on Debo a little bit more defensively. Right now, no one's stopping Debo.
I'm still going Kittle.
I'm going Kittle as well, especially at this matchup. I think that New England does a great job at taking away weapons, and after what Hawkinson did last week, they got to be looking at that tape like this is the guy they're going to go to if Amon-Ra isn't healthy or isn't there. On to the flex, where we have a very good flex matchup. We got Mike Evans versus CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb and Cooper Rush have a great connection. Mike Evans obviously has Tom Brady. 30 points last week for Big Mike in his return game after being suspended for a game. And CD had 21, 22 the week before. The Dallas Cowboys got Jalen Ramsey coverage. I think I'm going to lean Mike Evans in a tough one. Flex spot.
Yeah, I'm going Mike Evans too. Tom Brady loves Mike Evans, and he has all those injured receivers, so
Mike Evans
I'm leaning Mike Evans as well.
And then the kickers and the defenses. I think I'm going to go with team TDs and tight ends to go 5-0. I'm on the 4-0 teams.
Yes, I believe Ashley and Nicole from TDs and tight ends does go 5-0. I am sorry.
To the fantasy football queen. But it's happened. And we've done it. We've gone over every game.
Jesus Christ. That's what we're saying. We're saying you got to make some trades. Lamar, CMC, Lenny, Jamar, CD, Kelsey, Godwin, Judy, Rashad White, James Will. This is a chip-winning team. 10-man PPR, 4-0 right now. Thank you. I'd trade Lenny.
Yeah, I'd try and make a move on a running back as well. Either trade Lenny for 2 guys you believe in. And have a little bit of depth.
I would trade, hold on to them. CD, Lamb, Jamar Chase. You're solid there. Can you trade Lenny and Godwin?
Get an upgrade that RB2.
Get some running backs.
Especially in a 10-man. I don't know if I trust CMC and Leonard Fournette to make it to the end of the year.
Yes. So you gotta. I'm taking CMC's upside, but I'm trading Lenny.
I like it. I'll make a trade as well, Nick, and just try and strengthen your RB core and strengthen your depth.
Yeah.
Down the stretch of the year in a 10-man PPR league, a 4-0 team could get upset pretty easy.
Grab your handcuffs for CMC. Go after Breece Hall. Algier on waivers this week off the Falcons. Pick him up. Yeah, man. That's my take. So
keep it rolling from there. All right, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in this week. It was a good one. Make sure you guys, if you guys are watching the replay or you're tuned in live, go to the queens.ransom.league Instagram page. Follow the page. It's a brand new league, first annual season, but we're going to be coming back next year. And you're going to get all the news. at that Instagram page when and where that league is going to start up again in the following season. We're going to be live every Tuesday night. If we have to move it, we'll only move it to Wednesday night. But Tuesday nights is the slot for us. So come on back here to the show Tuesday night. Next week, we'll be reviewing week 5 and talking about week 6 and seeing if these two teams can stay unbeaten. Scotty, anything else to throw in there before we call it?
Let's make some trades.
Let's
make some trades.
Let's make some trades. Let's make some trades. Ladies, gentlemen, just us two. Make some trades.
Trade.
Trade season. Trade season. Thank you guys for tuning in. Scotty, Feds Football Wishlist, by the way, on Instagram as well. We'll see you guys next